I borrowed this headband from my niece. Is my style like 13-year-old? Whoops. I want to thank everybody for watching my last video so much. I mean, there's almost 4,000 views on there, and that's crazy, and I'm so grateful, and I love you guys. I love you. I love you. Hi, did you show me a little bit of affection? Because I love you now, and we're together. No, I'm kidding, mostly. Sorry. Today we're going to be discussing Ellen DeGeneres because I can't stop hearing about it. People are mad at her, people hate her. I'm not a big fan of watching the Ellen DeGeneres show. My boyfriend's mom watches it, which I think is very cute. From what I know about Ellen, she was adorable, she was cute, she had a little show, she was giving away money. You get $1, you get a whale, you get a dolphin. Everybody's happy. Sure. But lately it's been a lot of negativity. So I got on the interwebs and I found a video that talks about all of the negative press that she's been getting in the sense that people are saying the environment on her set is toxic. The tea is that the environment on the set was very racist, the producers made things hell, and where was Ellen during all of this? The video that I'm choosing to highlight is by Viral Vision, and they have about 33,000 subscribers. And I thought their video on Ellen was really good. They also have multiple other ones on there. I'll put the link down below. Thank you to Viral Vision for letting me just borrow some of that and really dive into your comment section. All right, she's got her old school notes. There's nothing like a pen and paper. I think I'm a nerd. Nerd alert.
I just snorted.
Tip Ya Queen says, I would never have thought that the public would be canceling Ellen. 2020 is wild, bro. And I have to agree. 2020 is the year of just disaster, but it is definitely the cancel year. Like, the cancel culture is so consuming. I am going to be talking about not only TV's fallen angel Ellen, but in another video, you'll want to subscribe because I'm going to be talking about the internet's demons. So today we're talking angels. Next time we'll be talking demons. And cancel culture affected them both differently. I love cancel culture. It's crazy. I love the idea of it and I love to watch it play out. I think it's fascinating. Back to the comments. A user by the name of Cold Ramen said, if you're constantly trying to remind people how much of a good person you are, you're probably not a good person. And I have to agree, like, when it comes to Ellen, she spends the majority of her time trying to convince you she's a good person. Take my money. Do you want a dolphin? Do you need a new car? She based her whole career on being a good person. He doth protest. Too much. Is that how that goes? Yeah. So we're going to start with a statement that Ellen's people put
After
out.
the multiple former employees came forward, they made a statement. Over the course of nearly 2 decades, 3,000 episodes, and employing over 1,000 staff members, we have strived to create an open, safe, and inclusive work environment. We are truly heartbroken and sorry to learn that even one person in our production family has had a negative experience. It's not who we are and not who we strive to be, and not the mission Ellen has set for us. The statement continued, for the record, the day-to-day responsibility of the Ellen Show is completely on us. We take all of this very seriously, and we realize, as many in the world are learning, that we need to do better, are committed to do better, and we will do better.
It kind of sounds like Ellen the show, not the person, is putting all of the blame for this on these like shadow, the producers. It's all their fault. They were in charge of creating this environment and they failed to do that. And now people are coming out with these really horrible stories. But it feels like a scapegoat to me personally. You have to be responsible to some degree for what happens on your set. The show is called Ellen, not shadow producers. I don't believe that you didn't know anything was going on. And if it really was that way, that Ellen, the person, was so separate from Ellen, the show, there's a problem there because that's your brand. Tracy doesn't buy it again. Oh my God, now it's like a headband. Is this a thing? Oh. Is this cute? I don't know. I'm really into it. I'm trying to figure out my personal style. Let's look at a few more comments. Rose H says, I never liked how she makes jokes at the expense of guests and her staff. There's always an undertone of meanness. Evelyn Redmond responded to that comment saying, I agree, because everyone says we're being sensitive, but from the TV, I could feel the awkwardness from her jokes. It just felt uneasy. Like in my spirit, something was weird watching that show. She didn't seem genuine. Sky Pirater said, if you want to see the true measure of a man, watch how he treats his inferiors, not his equals. And that was a quote. I agree with this. If somebody's rude to a waitress on a date, I'm like, I have to go and never see you again. How you treat the people who work underneath you says a lot about who you are. The reports are not good, Ellen. They're not looking good, baby girl. They're not. So then, Viral Vision quotes a former employee of The Ellen Show.
For example, there is the issue with The Ellen Show's brand of be kind, when behind the scenes, it's anything but kind. That be kind bold only happens when the cameras are on. It's all for show, one former employee told BuzzFeed News. I know they give money to people and help them out, but it's for show. If she wants to have her own show and have her name on the show title, she needs to be more involved to see what's going on. I think the executive producers surround her and tell her things are going great, everybody's happy, and she just believes that. But it's her responsibility to go beyond that.
Viva el Betis. Betis. Oh my god, I'm doing it again! I'm sorry. Viva el Betis, I'm gonna say. Says, Ellen be like, I've made a severe and continuous lapse of my judgment. Kind of. Like, it's kind of like, how long has this been going on that you didn't know? It's kind of like a sarcastic jab at, you really didn't know this was happening on your set? I find it hard to believe. Viral Vision then quotes a couple of the employees that worked on the Ellen set. And I think it's important that we hear these people.
It's not just about racism, it's about respect and human decency, and any attempt to bring up these matters to the people in charge of such things was met with indifference and even more disrespect. Whenever I brought up an issue to my white male boss, he would bring up some random story about some random black friend that he had and how they managed to get over stuff. She said he would use his black friend as some way to say, I understand your struggle, but it was all performative bull. The employee was later let go because they said she looked angry and resentful on set.
So I pulled up some of the comments just about Hollywood. Especially in this year, we're seeing a lot of things coming out where people that were idolized for their craft were doing really hideous and heinous things behind the scenes. A comment from unknown individual, which I like, said, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. And he quotes the Joker. Penpeen responded with, Ellen just wants to feast on the blood of the innocent, which is like an extreme comment. I don't think this lady is like the Antichrist. I don't think she's an evil demon. I just think she didn't want to deal with the reality of running a set like that and having your name slapped on it and what comes along with that. 26 Shedden. How do you like that pronounced? I stopped watching her when she started filming from home. I felt she was bullyish and cruel to her producer who was outside the window. So I get it's coronavirus, but she's filming and she's got people just sitting in the bushes. I don't know if it's the producer or the film crew just out there eating their snacks right outside the window. And she's in her $1 million home cushy on a chair. Porta potties outside. I don't know. I mean, safety first, right? There was another employee who was quoted in Viral Vision's video who talks about racism.
I feel like I'm not alone in this, she said. We all feel this. We've been feeling this way, but I've been too afraid to say anything because everyone knows what happens when you say something as a black person. You're blacklisted. I feel angry about the way I was treated, and I'm always gonna stand up for black, indigenous, Latino, and Asian people, regardless if they're around, she said. I can't not say anything. I'm not gonna stop talking. And she was right to take that stand because more have come forward and told various stories of horrifying nature.
It's so important to listen to black voices. It's always been important, but it's especially important now when we're finally, as a whole, as a community, getting a platform to speak. Listen to black stories, listen to black women and men and children as they tell you what they've been going through. Now, I also pulled up these two comments who are like kind of opposing views, and I thought it was really important that we hear them because their opinion is important too. Bob Billings says, society has started to eat itself. Everyone inventing ways to take offense at perceived microaggressions. Everyone is a victim of some sorts. Common sense is no longer in existence. Oversensitiveness has gone nuclear. I think Bob has a point in his own very poorly executed way. Are we more sensitive? Yes. Do I think that's a bad thing? No. I think that's a part of growth. I don't think sensitivity is a bad thing. I'm very sensitive. I'm very sensitive. I cry a lot. I don't know. I laugh a lot though. David, a criminal lawyer. I'm probably gonna have to blur his name now. No, I'm nervous. I love this comment. It is an opposing view, but it was probably my favorite comment out of all of the ones I've read. A successful organization operating at a high level for a long time needs to have very high levels of discipline, tolerate little if any actions lacking common sense, and have the employees functioning at a high level. Not all employees have the discipline, common sense, and skill. And even if it's a great job, but the threat of being replaced is high, I can see how mediocre employees could become resentful and then later on can dramatize their experiences. I think he's right in the sense that these people working on this show have to be some of the best, because this show is produced on it's like a daily thing, and they're pumping these things out quickly, they're editing, it's a lot of work. So you've got to be really disciplined in your craft. If you run an honest business, you will get bad apples. You will get people who are just out there to slander your name. You will get haters. You will get these people who are out there just to tear you down. But I think the amount of people coming forward with their stories cannot be ignored. We cannot deny that. But I think that David makes a really good point. Like, this is a high stakes operation here. It's not a game. It's a multi-million-dollar show. So, I don't know, food for thought. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to continue the conversation. It's never really over. What do you guys think? I want to know. What do you guys think of this headband that keeps, is this a style? I don't know. I'm tired. It's great filming with you guys. I love this. I love this job. Please like and comment and subscribe. Mostly subscribe because I'm getting a lot of views, but I want you guys to come back. Like, I want this to be a long-term relationship. Is that how I flirt? Oh, maybe I am a creep. All of these things are alleged. If Ellen wants to sue me, she's really not going to get much but this romper and this headband that's not even mine. Nothing is fact. Everything's make-believe.
Nobody belongs anywhere. Everybody's gonna die. Come watch TV.
I'm Tiny Belle. This has been Conversations in the Comments. And what the f are we talking about next week?